So MLB spring training is starting pretty soon, and it's time to rank some players. And in today's video, I'm going to do the top 10 catchers in Major League Baseball right now. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications because 68% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Get your life together. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a like on this video. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a like. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video talking about the top 10 catchers in Major League Baseball right now, in my opinion. Do these rankings really matter? No. Do any rankings really matter? Not necessarily. I'm just going to be honest. So, yeah, if you don't agree with these opinions, well, then I don't know what to say. Honorable mentions on this list. We're going to go with 4 honorable mentions for the catchers. First honorable mention is Mitch Garver of the Twins, who had a very good 2019 season, but had a down 2020 season. So if you balance those two, you could say that the 2019 was a fluke season or whatever, but Mitch Garver comes in as an honorable mention on this list. Next is Gary Sanchez of the New York Yankees. As good as he can hit, he strikes out a lot, and he doesn't play a very good field. And that just really, I couldn't put him in the top 10. A player that he doesn't play good behind the plate at all, and he strikes out a lot. I don't think he deserves a top 10 spot in my rankings. Next is Yadier Molina of the Cardinals, who is just like the next player, kind of washed, and probably next season will be his last. And next is Buster Posey of the San Francisco Giants. Buster Posey, he still is good behind the plate, but has went down a lot offensively, and that's the problem here with Buster Posey. Now let's go into the top 10 catchers right now in Major League Baseball, in my opinion. Coming in at number 10 on the list is Christian Vazquez of the Boston Red Sox. Christian Vazquez has had some good hitting seasons over the last 2 seasons with the Red Sox, and he is a really good option behind the plate. And Christian Vazquez at number 10 he's a good catcher. He plays okay behind the plate, not great, but okay. Coming in at number 9 is James McCann of the New York Mets. James McCann is a player that they picked up this offseason for a rather cheap contract for a top 10 player, and 4 years, $40 million. James McCann was good with the White Sox in his last few seasons, and James McCann you could expect to do very, very well. He hit 7 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a 289 batting average. So that's a good season from James McCann there, and he had a good 2019 as well. Coming in at number 8 is Austin Nola of the San Diego Padres. Austin Nola is a player that was traded mid-season last year from the Seattle Mariners. Austin Nola on the year had 7 home runs, 28 RBIs, and 273 batting average. That is a really good underrated season for Austin Nola. Coming in at number 7 on the list is Sean Murphy of the Oakland Athletics. Sean Murphy was just a rookie in 2020, but he had a very good season in 2020, and Sean Murphy will be one of the better catchers in Major League Baseball for the future. Coming in at number 6 is Travis d'Arnaud of the Atlanta Braves. We've seen Travis d'Arnaud's potential over the last few years, but he just has really not been healthy, and he was healthy in 2020, and that's what made him be a lot better of a catcher. When he can stay healthy, then he can be a very good hitter and can be pretty decent behind the plate as well. Now, let's move into the top 5 on this list. Coming in at number 5 is Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs. Wilson Contreras is very good behind the plate, and he does hit well too. Wilson Contreras, I mean, if it wasn't for these 4 players above, could definitely be number 1, and he is a really, really good catcher, but he does come in at number 5 on this list. Wilson Contreras, though, is a player that I would like to have on my favorite team as a catcher option. Wilson Contreras is very, very good, and a player that might be traded, which is crazy to think about. But Wilson Contreras is he's a young player too. He just made his major league debut in 2016. 7 home runs, 26 RBIs, and a 243 batting average. So he needs to get that batting average up higher, but in his career, 265 batting average with 74 home runs, 253 RBIs, and 227 runs. So Wilson Contreras comes in at number 5 on this list. Coming in at number 4 on this list is Will Smith of the LA Dodgers, not the one on the Atlanta Braves. Will Smith, though, had a very good 2020 season. 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and a 289 batting average. Will Smith and Wilson Contreras was a tough one to rank here, but I do think Will Smith is the better catcher. It's very arguable there, but I did rank Will Smith ahead of Wilson Contreras here. Coming in at number 3 is Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals. And Salvador Perez is a player that's very underrated, and that is because he's on the Kansas City Royals. And no one really cares about the Royals except Royals fans. So in 2020, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a 333 batting average. Overall in his MLB career, 269 average with 152 home runs, 535 RBIs. Salvador Perez has been a really good catcher for a long time, for about 8-9 years now. So he is a really, really good catcher. And you could make the argument for him being even number 2 on this list. But Salvador Perez comes in at number 3, and he's a really good catcher. Coming in at number 2 on this list is, there's an argument between 1 and 2, but I think that 1 and 2 should, I'm going to be honest, 1 and 2 I think should be the way I put it. But, I mean, you could argue Yasmani Grandal here, because Yasmani Grandal is number 2 of the Chicago White Sox. 8 home runs, 27 RBIs at a 230 batting average. He needs to get that batting average up higher. But he really hasn't hit that high of a batting average in his MLB career, where he has a 240 batting average overall, 149 home runs, and 443 RBIs. 2019 was good too. 28 home runs, 77 RBIs, and a 246 batting average. Yasmani Grandal is good behind the plate and is very productive at the plate too, which is what you're looking for in a catcher. And if it wasn't for the player ahead of him, then Yasmani Grandal would have to be probably the number 1 catcher in baseball. But coming in at number 1, I figured you expected this, but it is JT Realmuto of the Philadelphia Phillies. JT Realmuto had 11 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a 266 batting average in 2020. Overall in his MLB career, he has 95 home runs, 358 RBIs, and a 278 batting average. JT Realmuto has had a really good career. He's good behind the plate, and JT Realmuto is everything that you would want in a catcher. And JT Realmuto is really, really good. And he definitely is going to come in at number 1 on this list. Even in 2019, had a good season, 25 home runs, 83 RBIs. And he can even run pretty well for a catcher. And, I mean, a catcher's not getting paid to run at all. But JT Realmuto re-signed with the Phillies this offseason. JT Realmuto has to be the best free agent, I think, or best free agent. The best catcher in baseball as of right now, and it could change. It definitely could change, but as of right now, these are my rankings for going into 2021 for Major League Baseball. These could change in 2022. They could definitely change, and I'm interested to see how they change in 2022 once it is that time. So, yeah, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see First Basemen sometime soon. So, yeah, leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let's go back through the rankings real quick, where I have at number 10, Christian Vasquez of the Boston Red Sox. Number 9, James McCann of the New York Mets. 8, Austin Nola of the San Diego Padres. 7, Sean Murphy of the Oakland A's. 6, Travis d'Arnaud of the Atlanta Braves. 5, Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs. 4, Will Smith of the LA Dodgers. 3, Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals. 2, Yasmani Grandal of the Chicago White Sox. And coming in at number 1 on the list is JT Realmuto of the Philadelphia Phillies. So, yeah, if you want to see First Baseman sometime soon, then make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, because 68% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.